Hello everyone and welcome. Dawn here, and it's hop time again at Whimsy Stamps. I want to apologize for being late to the hop. It was my daughter's confirmation today and time just kind of got away from me, so I apologize to those who were looking for me. Anyway, I'm here now, and this hop is called the Whimsy Stamps Half-O-Ween Hop and Giveaway. And throughout the hop, each team member is sharing their favorite Whimsy Stamps Halloween product. We do have a few new members joining our video team, so be on the lookout for some new inspiration from them. This is a hashtag driven hop. You can click on the title to find all the participating channels. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new content I'll be sharing. Plus, you'll have a chance to win a $50 gift card to the Whimsy Stamps shop. I'll go over more of the details a little later on in the hop, but for now, let me show you the products that I'll be using. I chose to use the No Bones About It stamp and die set, and I'm super excited to use this stamp set. I think it's absolutely adorable. It comes with 3 images and the funniest sayings. I think it's perfect set to make a Half-O-Ween card, and I'm going to pair it up with the Build a Graveyard die set. This die set is huge. It comes with a whopping 20 pieces. You get all different sized tombstones and different shapes. I'm going to be using this one right here, so I'm just going to set it aside. You get bats and skulls and these little fences right here. And I'm going to be using them also, so I'm just going to set fences aside. And you get cats with it. I mean, you really just can't go wrong with this die set. Okay, I'm going to set these aside, and I can't wait to show you this pattern paper pack. Now, if you know me and you have watched my videos, you know I love pattern paper, and this Halloween pack does not disappoint. It's called Haunted Graveyards, and wait until you see what comes in this pack. It has the most amazing scenes. You can make lots of quick and easy cards with them. I mean, look at this paper with the ghosts on it. This is like such an awesome scene. You can just attach any images. You don't even need to attach an image. You could just trim this down and make a card with just this and put a saying on it. So I'm deciding between the one with the ghost, and look at these right here. Oh my God, this paper right here is amazing. I'm deciding between the ghost and that one and this one right here. I think I'm going to go with maybe one of those, but it was really hard to decide which one I wanted to use today. Now, let me show you the rest of this pattern paper pack because it is just amazing. Now, I know I keep using the word amazing. I just can't help it because these scenes are just great. And you don't just get scenes, you can get regular pattern paper that you could use for accents on your card as well. But I mean, you just can't go wrong with this paper pack. It's just great. So I wanted to share that with you because I'm just so excited about it. Okay, so I was deciding between these two, so I'm going to keep both of them out because at this point I still hadn't decided which one I wanted to use. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is stamp my images out with a Copic friendly ink. And even though I'm not going to be doing a lot of coloring with the skeletons, it's still important to use a Copic friendly ink. And I'm stamping out 2 different images because at this point I'm not certain which image I want to use, so no harm in stamping out more than one image. Next, I'm going to die cut my images using the coordinating die, and I'm just going to tape them in place so that they don't move around, and then I'm going to run them through my die cut machine. Next, I'm going to die cut one of the tombstones from a light gray paper, and then I'm going to die cut the fences from a little bit darker gray. I want to ink blend both of them, and by using the gray color, you don't need to ink blend them as much. And I also want my tombstones to be a little bit lighter than the fences, and that's why I went with the lighter gray. I'm going to do some quick ink blending. I'm using my Distress Oxide Hickory Smoke, and I'm going to ink blend all around the edges with it. Then I'm going to bring in some black dye ink because I want the black to be a little bit darker for the edges. While I do this, let me tell you a little bit more about the hop. Be sure to hop along to each stop in the hop for a chance to win a $50 gift certificate to the Whimsy Stamps shop sponsored by Whimsy Stamps. One winner will be chosen at random via a YouTube random comment picker. So be sure to leave a comment and subscribe to my channel, and you will have until Tuesday, April 23rd at 6 a.m. to leave a comment. The winner will be announced on Wednesday, April 24th on all participating channels. Okay, let's get back to my ink blending. I will tell you for the fences, I am doing more of a pouncing effect rather than a rubbing effect. They are a little bit on the fragile side, and I did not double stack them, but you can stack them if you want to make them a little bit sturdier, but I did not. And I also left in the middle pieces, which also helped to make them more sturdier. So if you double stack them though, you can take out the middle pieces. And I definitely put a lot more black onto the fences than I did on the tombstone to make them a little bit darker. Next, I'm going to color my images in. Now, I really didn't do a lot of copic coloring. You don't need much color when you're coloring in a skeleton. So there's really not much to say about it. I used W3 warm gray, and then I added a little bit of W5 warm gray to make some spots slightly darker. I basically put it all around the edges of the skeleton, and that's really all that you need to do for this. I decided to use this scene right here. I felt like it would work best for the look I was going for. I also cut out the rest in peace sentiment and attached it to the front of the tombstone. Then, after looking at the colors on the pattern paper, I did not like the colors of my tombstone. But the good news is I didn't have to start all over. I just got my Distress Oxide ink Scorched Timber, and I really put a lot down onto this tombstone to color over a lot of the gray. The colors in the pattern paper had kind of a brownish purpley undertone, and the gray color just wasn't working that well. Then when I went and I covered the brown with my black ink, and I kind of put a lot of the black ink over the brown, and then it finally started to feel like it didn't stand out on the card anymore, and I was happy with that color combination. I trimmed the pattern paper down to 4.5 by 6 inches, and I made a 5 by 7 card base, and then I just trimmed a little bit off the card base so it didn't look so big next to the pattern paper. Now you can also put a black mat around the card if you wanted to underneath the pattern paper, but I actually liked the white border, so I left it like that. I put foam tape on the back of the tombstone and the skeleton, and I adhered it to the pattern paper. And then I'm just going to take the fence and I stuck his leg so it looks like it's sticking out from behind the tombstone. And I put his foot inside of the fence, and then I just put the glue on the back of everything. And now I went very light on the glue because it definitely, these are very tiny little lines, so it would seep out. So just put like little dots, and then I just adhered it onto the front of the card, and I did that for both fences. I decided I wanted to put one of the cats walking in the tree. I don't know, I thought it looked really spooky with him there. And I also added a bat flying in the sky. I heat embossed the sentiment, "You are bad to the bone," and "No bones about it," and then I adhered them to the tombstone. And then to finish off my card, I just adhered my card front to my card base. And then after I was reading it, I decided I wanted to switch my sentiments around and put "You are bad to the bone" first and "No bones about it" second. It was really easy. I just peeled them off and then I just swapped them around, and you can't even tell that I did that. Sometimes when you're making cards and then you go to look at it and you're like, oh, I should have done that differently. Sometimes mistakes are easy to fix and sometimes they're not. Luckily, this was an easy one to fix. And that's going to complete my card for today. I love how this card turned out. I think it's a fun card. Let me know in the comments below what you think of it. I hope you enjoyed the Whimsy Stamps Half-O-Ween hop. Don't forget, this is a hashtag driven hop, and you must click on the hashtags in the title to find the participating channels. As always, I want to thank you for stopping by and spending your time with me, and have yourself a wonderful day.